Hi, I'm Alexandru Ghiță. I run Educativa. It's a group of social enterprises in Romania. We focus on educational opportunities for Romanian high school and university students. We help them to study abroad and generally to pursue personal development opportunities. I did my MBA at INSEAD, one of the best years of my life. I wanted to do a top MBA, top global MBA, and I wanted to do it in Europe, and the best one was INSEAD, was in France, was the most international one, hence the choice for the program. It was beautiful. It was very hectic. It was not so much sleep and a lot of activities. Of course, all the studies in school and then all the discussions with my teammates, but then all the parties, all the evening dinners in the chateau around the Fontainebleau and the travels in the weekends. So it was a very, very intense period with lots of gains from me, a happy period. There are many funny aspects, but I think what's most worthwhile is my discoveries in France. I was there when I was 28, and I have some of the things that are with me now that I discovered in that period of time. I discovered the French cheese, of course. I wasn't very well educated in this respect up to that point, and then the whole year helped me in this respect a lot. The wine, of course. Then, very important for me, I discovered rugby. I started playing in the rugby team in INSEAD, and it's a huge gain to my life. And then beyond that, the general joie de vivre of my French colleagues, which impressed me, and I fondly remember that. Of course, the program that I was part of, the INSEAD MBA program, was very important, and it helped me to connect with a lot of people from all over the world, my colleagues and my teachers and all the people associated with the school. What I take as a significant gain, both personally and professionally, was a sense of confidence. I was already running my business here in Romania when I decided to pursue my MBA in France. But then being a part of all the assignments and the projects that we had to do together and the engagement with my colleagues and other third parties, at the end of 1 year of this, I came out with a sense of confidence, of even more clear confidence in what I can do myself and what I can do together with others. And this was a year of crystallizing this field. Well, one of the good things is that I can choose to study both in French or in English in France, so they have options. I was a little bit concerned with not being a very good master of French at that point in time. My program was in English, but then everyday life was in French. But I was able to get a better handle on the language whilst I was there. It was rusty, my French, at that point, but then it became a little bit better over the time there. And it's also a good impact in the plasticity of our brain when you're forced to get out a little bit of your comfort zone and discover new people and geography, of course, but also to relate in another language. That also helps you to express yourself better and to outreach more. There were and there are many opportunities all over the place, but I felt that I can have more of an impact here in Romania. So the things that I can build that are within my powers to develop, they can be much more significant in Romania, where there are a lot of things to be built, companies, projects, social institutions, collaborations. So the return on my time and energy and generally energy investment is much higher here in Romania and probably in a very well-developed economy. One of the funny episodes in my 1 year in France was I was periodically going to get a haircut, and the lady there, a young lady, 19 or 20 years old, I think she was trying to speak English with me to develop her English skills, and I was trying to develop my French skills. I was trying to speak French with her, and she tried to tell me a lot of things. I was trying to answer more than oui or no, and to actually have significant answers, and it was a funny circus every time, so that's a nice memory. Yeah, I think most of the people were welcoming and embracing, even if I had sometimes difficulties with the language. Only very few exceptions with people a bit more morose, but I think that's true in every culture, in every community. Yeah. I think on a very day-to-day basic level we are very much similar. During my year in INSAD, I think the best connections in this particular aspect were our parties. And we had the Tuesday and the Thursday evenings when all the cohorts from the INSAD, from the MBA program were going out for a beer or two, and we were connecting with people actually having their life in Fontainebleau, and we had a perfect match in terms of partying. It was we were in the same vibe. Yeah. One of the things that I was hoping whilst I was there in France was to see and to meet the revolutionary spirit of France. And you couldn't see it every day. But now after I'm out of France, after so many years, I see this in the new generation, the President Macron and his cabinet, with the new initiatives actually leading from the front of the world. That's a kind of French revolutionary spirit that I was hoping, and I knew that there has to be somewhere there, and I'm very glad to see it now.